Once we left the Badlands, we decided to make a little trip to the historic town of Rowley, Alberta. It used to be a thriving community. Now it has a population of 5 and is a little historic village. It's open all the time. We're the only people here. So we're gonna take a little walk around. I'll turn around so you can see the grain elevators. They originally, I believe, had 4 in town, and now there are 3 left standing. There would have been a rail system coming through here. Unfortunately, they did have some fires, and they did have, many years ago, a grain elevator fell across the tracks. I'll just do a little turn here so you can see the original train station and a little car, which we will go down and take a look at. It is absolutely beautiful here. And I can't believe we are the only people here. I think that it's a ghost town in the sense that it is uninhabited. It's more of a historic museum now. We only feel friendly spirits here. So here's the old Rowley train station and the old signal arm. Here's your luggage wagon. Just take a little walk down here and look at this little car. Sorry, the wind has picked up a little bit. I think we might see a bit of a thunderstorm later because it's very warm today. Getting quite windy. And you can see the grain elevators. See if we could peek in the window here. Different buildings, I believe. And no, that's not a ghost. Some of the different buildings are open at certain times of year in Rowley and have historic artifacts inside. They also hold very popular pizza nights here, certain days. And I believe they do poker runs with snowmobiles and all kinds of activities, which makes this a very popular place with the surrounding communities and visitors. Now this is the original school. I believe it started out as more of a 1-room and then developed into a 2-room. Now it is the Prairie School Museum. Old farm machinery. Go take a look. Just check out some of these rail cars. Get a little closer to the grain elevators. Like many, before this rail car came here, it had been abandoned, and unfortunately, yes, it's been tagged with graffiti. Now we're taking a walk up Main Street of Rowley. This is the old mercantile. It was the Rowley trading post, built in the early 1920s. They sold dry goods. It was owned by Mr. and Mrs. Charles Gardner, who owned the store for 20 years. Then in 39, Abe Schrock took it over for 7 years, and it was renamed Rowley Mercantile Store. Another couple took it on for 2 or 3 years, the Leesimers. And then the Clark family ran the mercantile from 51 to 73. And they were the last business to close in Rowley, except for the grain elevators. And this is Sam's Saloon. And according to the painted letters in the window, Judge Seaton also held court here Fridays from 10 till 2. So it was a multi-purpose building, and it's right beside the mercantile. So this building was the old printery, and it was in use from the early 1900s till late 1920s, possibly early 1930s. So this was a garage, as you can tell. It was Oils in Rowley. Sorry, Lyons Oils of Rowley. Apparently, though, the wood got very deteriorated and started rotting, so they have had to reface the front of it. Sadly, we can't go inside because there is a very cool looking, very old car. But we're having so much fun just looking around here. It's okay if we can't access the interior of any of the buildings. We're still absolutely loving being here in Rowley. Okay, so I said Rowley isn't haunted, and it's not supposed to be, but this house on the corner, which I think is just off of the property, is seriously spooky looking. I don't think I'd be wanting to explore it at night, especially around midnight, the witching hour. Pretty fantastic looking though, isn't it? So now we're at the funeral home and embalmers. It actually has a sign out front that says pickup and embalming services available 7 days a week. Headstones and caskets. Before I walk back down Main Street, I'll just give you a little look around. So this is the United Church, and next to it is the bank. And here's the Main Street. We're parked way down at the end across the railroad tracks. And here's the buildings that we just walked past. Okay, now to explore the other side of the street. Unfortunately, as I continued to explore the street of Rowley, Alberta, I ended up having a corrupt file in the set of videos from that amazing afternoon out. So instead of having some video and some audio, I have inserted some photos from Rowley as well as a little video clip at the end. We thoroughly enjoyed our time there and would highly recommend stopping by. The work that the community has done and continues to do to maintain their village and and the events that they organize and hold there. It is really impressive, and it just shows what a community can do, how they can pull together and save a very small town. Please explore their social media. I believe they have a Facebook page, possibly also on Instagram, but there is a lot of information online. That's how we came to discover the town, and decided to take that turn and head to Rowley, and we are so glad that we did. So if you are in that area of Alberta, Canada, we highly recommend you stop by.